What really happens when one person values harmony? What if one person just wants to keep the peace, and the other fights for authenticity, while the other refuses to compromise on their inner truth? When FE, Extraverted Feeling, and FI, Introverted Feeling, collide, conflict isn't just possible, it's almost guaranteed. And no, it's not just about different opinions. It's about fundamentally different emotional operating systems. Today we're breaking down the most intense FE versus FI clashes, based on real situations. By the end, you'll finally understand what's actually going on when these two emotional worlds collide. Understanding versus authenticity. An argument starts, but how does each person respond? The FE user says, "I just want us to get along. Can't we find common ground?" The FI user replies, "I can't pretend to agree. This is what I really believe." FE tries to maintain emotional balance. It avoids conflict whenever possible. FI, on the other hand, refuses to betray its inner truth, even if things get uncomfortable. And that's where the tension begins. FE sees FI as stubborn, unwilling to compromise. FI sees FE as fake, maybe even too concerned with being liked. Both are being sincere. But they're speaking totally different emotional languages. Team harmony versus personal morality. Picture a decision being made at work, one that feels morally wrong to someone. The FE user says, "Let's do what's best for the group. We need to work as a team." The FI user responds, "But what if the group is wrong? I can't go along with this." FE usually aligns with social expectations. It focuses on group cohesion. FI, in contrast, cares deeply about what feels right, even if it means standing alone. To FE, FI looks inflexible, unwilling to collaborate. To FI, FE looks like they're just going along to please others. It's about internal values versus external harmony. Expressing emotions versus processing them. A friend is clearly upset. How do they deal with it? The FE user says, "Talk to me. I can tell something's wrong." The FI user replies, "I need time. I have to process this alone." FE seeks emotional exchange. It wants to talk, connect, comfort. FI feels things deeply, but internally, it needs space before opening up. FE may see FI as distant, cold, or disconnected. FI may see FE as intrusive or overwhelming. The result? Both feel misunderstood. Both feel unseen. But why do these moments hit so hard? Why does it feel so personal, even when both people are just trying to do the right thing? To really understand it, we need to look at how FE and FI function in the MBTI framework. Every type has 4 main cognitive functions: dominant, auxiliary, tertiary, inferior. Where FE or FI shows up in that stack changes everything. FE is the dominant function in types like ENFJ and ESFJ. For these types, emotional connection isn't just important, it's essential. They instinctively track others' emotions and manage group dynamics. FE also appears as an auxiliary function in INFJ and ISFJ. Here, it supports an introverted dominant, like Ni or Si, bringing internal insights outward in a compassionate way. For types like INTPs and ISTPs, Fe sits in the inferior position. It may emerge during emotional moments, but it often feels unfamiliar or hard to trust. When Fe appears in the shadow, as it does for Fi dominant types like INFPs and ISFPs, it becomes a blind spot. These types may struggle with social expectations or feel uncomfortable openly managing others' emotions. Fi is the dominant function in INFPs and ISFPs. For these types, personal values aren't just important, they're sacred. Every choice must align with their inner truth. Fi also serves as an auxiliary in ENFPs and ESFPs. It grounds their dominant extroverted functions, giving emotional depth and integrity. In the inferior position, as in ENTJs and ESTJs, Fi shows up more quietly. It may emerge in moments of reflection or emotional vulnerability, but it's often unfamiliar and may be dismissed or devalued. And when Fi appears in the shadow, as in types like ENFJs and ESFJs, it can feel confusing or even selfish. These types may devalue personal moral conviction when it conflicts with group harmony, sometimes seeing it as self-centered or disruptive. Fe asks, how can we all feel okay together? Fi asks, does this feel right to me? Fe seeks alignment with others. Fi seeks alignment with the self. Fe may feel rejected by Fi's resistance. Fi may feel dismissed by Fe's pressure to conform. Without awareness, both feel hurt. But with understanding, both can grow. So, have you ever been in a Fe versus Fi conflict? Maybe you tried to keep the peace, and the other person refused to budge. Or maybe you stood your ground and felt completely misunderstood. Do you lean more toward Fe or Fi? Let us know in the comments. Your story matters. And don't miss the next episode, because we're diving into how Fe and Fi types can actually understand each other without giving up who they are. If this helped you see yourself or someone else more clearly, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who really needs to hear it. Because understanding emotions isn't just about feeling them. It's about recognizing how differently we all experience them. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.